versus Steve Jobs, morning routine battles. Oh boy. Once again, we have two juggernauts, Tony Robbins versus Steve Jobs. Possibly the most influential person ever in the personal development space versus one of the most innovative minds in our generation. We're here to break down each of their morning routines and decide a winner. Who do you think will win?
Let's get shit done. In the first corner, we have Tony Robbins. Tony is famous for his massive events called Unleash the Power Within, where many people around the world come and have breakthrough experiences. Let's dive into his morning routine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He does that. His morning routine consists of 4 parts. First, breathing exercise. He begins by sitting straight with his eyes closed and then inhales deeply through his nostrils while simultaneously lifting his arms in a shoulder press motion, and then exhales forcefully through his nostrils while bringing his arms back into his body, palms up. He performs the breaths in quick succession. Robbins does 3 sets of 30 with a brief break in between each set. Breathing exercises are more intense than they sound. Don't ever try to do this while standing or driving. You can easily faint. Part 2, gratitude. Tony simply spends a minute thinking about 3 different things he's grateful for, thinking about them and really feeling that gratitude. We love this habit. It's so simple but so powerful. Next, visualization. He imagines a light coming in through his head and through his body, feeling it give him energy and healing him. He visualizes the light flowing back up to his head and then flowing out the rest of the world. This is a powerful technique. And lastly is Tony's workout, which is probably the most intense 15-minute workout you'll ever experience. Like I said before, he doesn't waste any time. So rather than take his time in the morning, he goes all out, quickly. So let's look at his workout routine real quick. First, a machine called OsteoStrong. It measures force exertion. You can get a similar workout with pushing or pulling on a still surface. The point is to do 1 single rep with max exertion. It should take everything you have. The second thing he does, the 4-minute machine, AKA torture machine. And there's a reason it's called that. It's basically a smarter rowing machine that will kick your ass. Most likely, you don't have one of these laying around, but 4 minutes on any rower machine will be an outstanding workout. Third, sauna and a cold plunge. As a huge fan of saunas and cold showers, I'd love to try the cold plunge in my morning routine. Saunas have so many benefits that we could have separate videos just for them. Same with cold showers. Combining them takes it to another level. Tony has a sauna and a cold plunge pool at each of his 7 homes, except in Idaho, where he uses an ice cold river out back. The last part of his workout is his back inversion. These are those things that you hook your feet on and hang from. This is where Tony decompresses and lowers his heart rate. Then he's ready to tackle the day. That seemed like a lot, but he does it in 30 minutes, which is pretty wild. So good luck, Steve. Before we jump into Steve Jobs' morning routine and decide the winner, I'd be extremely grateful if you could hit the like button and maybe even subscribe if you like what you see. Also, comment below who you think should win.
In corner number 2, we have Steve Jobs, the man, the myth, the legend. May he rest in peace. Steve co-founded a little company called Apple. He was an inventor, designer, and entrepreneur with a pretty cool background. He worked for Atari growing up before going on and launching Pixar Animation Studios in between his time at Apple. So let's dive into the morning routine of a genius and see what we can find. Steve woke up at 6 a.m. every morning. He said he's a good morning person and he likes it early in the morning. He wore the same style of clothes every day to minimize decision fatigue, a black turtleneck and blue jeans. We're finding this to be super common amongst successful entrepreneurs. No wonder Chucky has all the same clothes now.
It works.
This is a train I should totally hop on, but I just love my clothes. At 6:30 a.m., Steve would jump straight into his work. Whether he was working at Apple or home or anywhere else, his work was there with him. Literally every single file he could ever need was with him wherever he went. He said he put a T1 line into his home to have access to all of his work files there. And since I'm not techie, I had to look up what that was. Apparently, a T1 line is a fiber optic line that can carry roughly 60 times more data than a normal residential modem. Steve said when he was not in meetings, his work was on his email, so he would work a little before his kids would wake up. That's a productivity hack right there. Getting some work done before the rest of the house wakes up. I like that. By 7:30 a.m., the house was awake and they would all have a small breakfast together. The kids would finish up any homework they had and head off to school. Around 9 a.m., Steve would head into work. He said that if he was lucky, he would get to stay at home for an hour or so before going in because he could get more work done there. By now, he's already squeezed in almost 2 hours of work at home, all before starting his actual workday. And at 9:30 a.m., they would start meetings at Apple, working on the top needle-moving task at hand. I love all this productivity before it's even time for lunch. Talk about an inspiring morning routine.
Now it's time to decide the winner. But first, a recap of both morning routines. For Tony Robbins, he starts off, he wakes up and instantly goes into his breathing exercises, which was very detailed, and you can rewind if you want to find that out. Then he goes into his gratitude, which only takes about a minute, where he thinks about 3 things he's grateful for. His visualization that he does, and then he gets into his 15-minute extremely intense workout.
For Steve, he woke up and got dressed in a simple outfit, jumped straight into work, had a light breakfast with his family, a little more work at home, and then headed into Apple.
All right, so let's dive into what we loved and what we didn't like for each person. So with Tony Robbins, I really liked how he was able to get so many habits in a short amount of time. So many times I hear people use the excuse that they don't have a morning routine is because they don't have enough time, but he does all of that in 30 minutes. So if you really cram things and you really focus on optimizing the time spent on each habit, then you're able to get a lot done in a short amount of time for your morning routine. I also specifically like the visualization habit. You don't see that a lot, but it is something that a lot of high-end people, even athletes use to kind of make sure they can go to the next level. There was nothing I didn't like about Tony's routine. I thought it was amazing.
Okay, for Tony, I had to agree with most of that. I like his breathing exercises. It's something I actually want to get into myself. And I do like that he fits it all into 30 minutes every morning. What you don't realize is that it does add up throughout the whole week. So you're really doing more time than you think you are if you're consistent with it every day. I think the only thing I didn't like is his workout. It's pretty intense for me and I don't think I could handle it, but still having a quick workout in the morning to at least get that movement and body flowing is still a great idea.
And knowing it's only 15 minutes, I think that's
Probably
what can be
push
like,
through.
yeah, let's get it done.
Yeah.
With Steve Jobs, I love that he had the same outfit every day. That eliminates a lot of decisions that you have to make, so not using any of that decision fatigue battery. And I also like that he was able to get family time in before work. So if has to work late or something, he at least knows he was able to get some family time in before work. As far as things I didn't like, I think he maybe jumped into work too fast, which can it could easily create a lot of overwhelm and stuff like that. And the only other thing I didn't really care for with Steve Jobs' morning routine is that he didn't really incorporate any movement into it. So he's not, working out his muscles, he's not getting that blood flow going. So he's just jumping into his day without doing that, and there's better options. What about you?
I kind of agree, kind of don't.
No?
I do like that he wakes up and gets dressed in the same outfit for minimal decision fatigue, but if you don't want to wear the same clothes every day, just try picking out your clothes the night before, and then you won't have to think about it. You just wake up and get dressed simply easier. You don't like how he jumps into work, but he got in almost 2 hours of work done all before even going into the office, and he was being productive with other things at home while he was doing that, so I think that was pretty cool.
All right, let's decide a winner. You got your person in mind?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Tony
Steve
Robbins.
Jobs.
Oh. Okay, now I have to do my convincing. So, Tony Robbins' morning routine is awesome because he's getting up super early and he's hitting all the components. He's waking up, he's setting his mind right with gratitude and with visualization, and he's getting that workout in that's super intense but not dragging out for hours. So he's hitting all the components in 30 minutes. I mean, you can't do much better than that.
I can't really argue with that. I do love that he gets his morning routine done in 30 minutes. That's pretty awesome and super productive. But I'm over here on Steve's side. Like, I like that he gets productive, done everything before work, and has some time with his family too, all before heading into the office. I just think that's awesome and something more of a routine that I could probably get behind.
So I'm not gonna convince you?
No.
All right, we agree to disagree on this one.
This is a tie.
This morning routine battle is the first ever tie. Recently, we developed something super cool. It's a 60-second quiz that will tell you which morning routine is right for you. After we figure out some details, we'll help prescribe you one of 5 different morning routine types, and each one has 3 different habits. We'll even send you a free guide that'll detail exactly how to take advantage of each habit. The link to that quiz is below this video. I'll personally see you on the inside. Peace. When you wake up in the morning, you're super dehydrated. You lose over a pound of water overnight. This makes it super hard to wake up in the morning.
We've always wanted that ability to easily wake up early and get shit done.
The Early Bird Morning Cocktail is your secret to waking up early and being ultra productive, setting you up for a kick-ass day.